So this one here is just hand trickery. The reality is, again, if you're doing this against someone who knows their stuff and they're sensitive and their energy's forward, they won't be taken by it. But I want to show you in this example, okay? So he's going to pretend that he's that type of person. So, boom, I cover. I cover with my hands. So what happens is, in slow motion, this is what happened. I guard, and I switch hand. So this hand was here. I switch hands. Now the reason for switching hands is so that I can take this hand that I now just placed on top, and I'm going to step, and I'm going to use my hand, this hand here, as it's called the tuck sow, and I'm going to step. Okay? So again, I go like this so that I can step. And it's really, again, a trickery. This is for someone who only works on reaction, doesn't care about forwardness, doesn't care about position or anything like that. So we're going to try to remedy that. That's what he's going to do right now in a second. But I just want to show you again what I would do if he didn't know. So again, I go boom, and I step. Now, keep in mind that in Chi Sao, or in any drill for that matter, if there's an opening that I see where I can get him, so for example, if I see there's an opening on his left side, well, in order for me to attack it, if I'm not there positionally, I'm also open on one side. So technically, depending on the person and where they're at, they can do the exact same thing that I was planning to do. So for example, in this case, I'm gonna actually go through with this part. So let's just assume I got this far. Some people are fast, and they might actually get away with this at the very least. But now, before I got to do this, before I got to do it, he already got the switch. He knows something's up. Now he's going to do it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to switch, and before I get the switch, he's going to take my hand now, and he's going to lop me and push me out. Pull me out, sorry. Okay, so the very same technique that I was going to use for him, he was in the exact same position because we became a mirror of each other. And depending on his sensitivity and depending on his skill set and depending on his forwardness, he will apply the same thing that I wanted to apply. So I'm going to, again, let's just assume I got through the first gate, and I go. Okay? Now, the same cover that he would have, I'm also going to have. Again, it's where your energy's at, where your position's at. Now, I just want to also show you something that when he lopped me, when he pulled me, positionally, I still make sure that I'm rooted on my horse. So, for example, we do it again, boom. I'm still rooted. So when I feel that I'm being pulled, that I'm actually being lopped in, I positionally go where I need to go, as opposed to, I'm going to show you the wrong way to do it if he caught me by surprise and I didn't have any forwardness or any horse. So I go in, and he gets me, and I go flying. Okay, good. But positionally, I have to be prepared for what's to come. Okay? If things could always go my way, it would be beautiful, but that's not how it always goes. So let's start from scratch again. I go, he lops, I get in position, and we're going to have to change the angle of this. Okay, so we go here. I'm going to try to show you the same thing. Now this is just a progression, all right? I mean, this is not how you're going to fight in the street. This is an exercise that we use. It's called Chi Sao, in order to just get our hand sensitivity, to be aware of our opponent's whereabouts, where we're standing, where we can be positionally, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to do the exact same thing we just did. I just want to show you from the inside to show you when things look grim, there's always a way out. Okay? So again, let's just assume that I got through the first gate. He steps, I go on my horse immediately. So I want to just show you that quick. Okay? I go in, go on my horse. Now, in Wing Chun, period, but specifically in Chi Sao, we want to make sure that we know where our opponent's at. Okay? We don't want to go doing any reaction. Again, there are a lot of people who have fast hands. There are a lot of people who have good instincts, and all that is good, but it's something special when you have the timing of a Chisao practitioner. So again, for example, I go in, and he goes, I immediately go on my horse because I know I've been taken off of my sensor, and that's just an automatic thing. So here's where the attack happens. So, go in, he comes, boom. So my first thing is, this hand was left open. I mean, it had to be left open because he thought he was going for the kill. If he would have taken me and lopped me, he would have hit me. So right before he did that, I have to go for the kill. We've broken it down to entry, attack, and then finishing it. So now what I'm actually doing is finishing it. We're in the last part of that segment. So again, I go in, he lop, boom, and I finish it. And I'm still in position, again, to hook him, to kick him, to punch. So I'm going to try to do that same thing maybe in this angle. Let's just move back a little bit more. Okay? Okay, so we'll do this slow so I don't go out of camera range. So, again, switch. He comes in, step, hit. I could use this. I've already hit him. I'm going to use my leg that was there positionally. I'm going to step and sweep. Boom, and hit. Okay, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to use the same drill to enter. Boom, I hit. Boom, and I hit. Go out. Ooh, bam, 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 bam. Boom, 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 bam, bam. Okay. Okay, so this is the same drill, third position. Okay, we're going to boom, boom, sweep, bam. There we go, we're picking up again, and boom, 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 bam, 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 bam. Okay, some people do this, and I've actually done it before in the past, only to show you the possibility of it. And basically, it's taking this hand, jutting, and using this hand to grab the back of his head to hit with your elbow. Now, that looked fine, except it doesn't work if I don't actually move, because he's not going to stay there. But more importantly is, I disengage if I don't move, because the only way I'm going to reach him is if I actually come to him. So it might look nice when we do it in slow motion, and I go like this. This might work, but the moment I try to disengage, see this? I get a bladder shot. Okay, so it just doesn't work that way. I need to stick to him. Now, the other thing that needs to happen, which is actually prior to this, is when I actually hit him, this shot is supposed to go, so I'm jutting just to bring his body a little in, and I'm actually delivering the shot. Now, delivering, jutting, and moving into position. Those three components are going to happen. Now, when they happen, they change the whole scenery. Because when I jut and hit, I move in. So this is bringing his neck back. I have his other leg in control with my knee. He's not moving anywhere. Okay, again, he only has one option, that's to go that way. And if he does, I follow him because I'm on my horse. If he comes in this way, he only makes my life easier. Okay? So now we're going to try that whole thing. I'm going to do it first where he has no escape, and then I'll do it where he escapes from it. Okay? So I'm going to move in again from the first section of the wooden dummy, and I'm going to jut with my left hand. Boom! This shot goes straight in. And when it comes in, I pull and I hit. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? So I'm going to try that again. Okay? I'm going to try that again. I'm going to step. Boom! This shot goes right through him. All right? So I just want to emphasize, because you need to understand, your last two vertebrae, which is part of your spine, obviously, supplies a blood flow that goes to your brain, the oxygen that goes to your brain from the blood flow. Now, when I actually hit him and I'm going through him, see, there's a difference in getting hit. There's a difference. And some of them can work. It depends on how much the impact was. But I can hit him, and he can take the blow, okay, because I'm just using my arm. And there are a lot of people who can take that type of shot, especially if it's just my arm. But with position it's going to make the speed that I need. It's going to put me in the position. It's going to give me the dynamic power that I need in order to collapse those last two vertebrae to stop the oxygen from going to his brain, which will get him a little dizzy. And then I can continue doing what I need to do. So I just don't want anybody to miss that point. This is not just a shot touching his face. This is a shot with my whole body as a unit going through his face. And when I go through his face, and I know that he's gone like this for a second, and I'm covering his leg just in case, that's when I take my elbow, and this you can get from the third form, boom, and go down, 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 down. Again, I want to give you some, I want to actually emphasize, and not extra emphasis, this is the emphasis I'm giving you, and this is how it's going to happen. When I come in, I don't come in with just the strength of my arm. My arm may be strong, and that's fantastic. But that's not what he's scared of, all right? What he's scared of is my body coming as a unit. See, because when I come in as a unit, he's worried about this, and he's worried about this, and he's worried about the energy that I give him. So now it puts him in a whole different mindset, because just the arm alone, even if I tagged him, he might be able to take it. So I just want to get that out of the way. So when I come in, I'm actually coming in, I'm going to jut with my left hand, and I'm going to palm him right to his face, collapsing his last two vertebrae. And I'm going to come in, boom, shot, and when he gets hit, boom, I'm going to hit him, and boom, stomp. Jut, boom, hit, bam, hit, stomp, boom, 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 bam, 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 boom, hit, bam, step, boom, 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 boom. Okay, this exercise is for developing a whole bunch of things. It looks kind of easy, but it's actually a little difficult to do because it requires that you have a pretty strong wrist, make sure that your knuckles are developed, and that you have some pretty good balance. Now, this is very similar to dips, and that's because they are dips, with the exception of how we do it. So most people actually use their thumbs to hold things, to grab things, to pull things. And doing dips aren't any different for people. Where they put their thumbs around the pole and then they hold. And that makes people feel very comfortable because they feel secured. So when you're doing your dips, you can go up and down and up and down. And you know you're fine because your thumb is going to prevent you from falling. And it also takes in the impact on the spongy part of your thumb, and you won't have to worry about your wrist. Now, we're going to do it a little different. If you want to just do dips, period, I would highly recommend that you first try it without thumbs. So with thumbs, gives you a lot of support, makes you feel comfortable. Without thumbs, you start feeling like, well, things could happen here, you know, the weight and the pressure that I put on it, I might actually slip and I might hurt myself. And you might be right. So you can do dips without the thumbs. And I like to cross my legs so I can get a nice center balance, and we can go up and down. Now, that's not the part of the show that I want to show you. What I want to show you is how to do the dips with your knuckles. Now, the dips with your knuckle on a pole of this diameter is pretty tricky because you have to find your equilibrium. You got to make sure that your wrist is solid and that your last three knuckles are actually sitting on the pole part, and so that the center of your body gives you that center of gravity so that you don't topple over. So we're going to try it. I'm going to actually make a fist. I'm going to put him on the pole. And like I said, this could be difficult because you're riding on the circumference of the pole, and you can easily break your wrist. So just be careful. So we're going to go on, and I'm going to lean on my last three knuckles, and I'm just going to go down and up, down and up, down and up. And as you can see, this takes a lot of strain out of you. And I'll just try one more, down and up. We did that all with the knuckles. A lot of balance, strong wrist, and just be careful when you're doing it. And so that you don't cheat, keep your legs straight up, parallel to the ground, so that you know that your energy is being focused and being pulled down by gravity, so that everything relies totally on your wrist strength, your equilibrium, your balance, and your style. Okay? Thank you very much.